Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, good boy.
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
When the weather turns bad, minutes, even seconds matter.
This is an early heads up for southern Rutherford County.
Rutherford Weather brings you live radar and expert meteorologist insight, giving you the early heads up when storms threaten.
A lot of areas are going to see some impacts from this storm.
From analysis to live camera views, we keep you informed before, during, and after the storm.
I think the vast majority of the hail with this now is going to be quarter to perhaps golf ball size.
Rutherford Weather. Stay ahead of the storm.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Good morning, everybody. Johnny B here with you with my favorite producer in the whole world and station manager, Brian Barrett. Brian, tell her, you've probably already announced this, but I got your text about the in the competition that, or what is it exactly that we're about to win, or
so
have a chance to win?
The Roundtable, out of all of the radio stations across the state that are considered small market, and that's any station outside of Nashville, Knoxville, Memphis, Chattanooga.
Right.
So the Roundtable is one of two finalists for Best Local Talk Show.
Wow. What is the other one?
I don't recall. Something hometown.
You know where it's
Franklin.
Franklin?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
When will that be decided?
So they'll release, or they'll do the details in August.
That's neat.
Yeah, that was
kudos
one
to
of
you, man. I think this is your brainchild, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's just the putting together of it, but it's the hosts that make it go, you know?
Well, I don't know. That's great. That's great.
It's pretty unique, you know? Unique. Different host each weekday.
Right, it is.
And interesting perspectives and all that. So I guess they thought well of that. That was one of 5.
No kidding.
Finalist awards, yeah.
Well, kudos to you. Congratulations to you, Brian.
Well, it's all about you guys.
I was talking to Mike Sparks.
I'm sorry. Just kidding.
He's so shy.
I know.
You can't get a word out of him.
No.
But we were really talking. We were talking about our faith and how the Lord works. And for some reason, he told me about this van that he saw, this old broken down van. And I forget where, it may have been at church or somewhere at a service he went to or something. And he just saw the opportunity there because the guy was just going to sell it for scrap, to pay the guy the scrap value, get another friend of his to fix it up and resell it so he could give the rest of the money to church. And he ended up selling the thing for like $3,500, you know. So the guy got his scrap money, and Mike got the, and I said, Mike, that reminds me of a formula that helps me. I came up with this years ago. I call it my life. You can call it a formula. It's really more like an equation. Here's the equation. Ability plus opportunity equals responsibility. I used to struggle with when I'd be, up at a red light and there's one of those homeless folks out there with a sign saying, need money for food, because we always go through this judgmental debate. They're just going to use it for liquor. Then I said, wait a minute. once I applied that formula, if I had $5, which I really do, I rarely carry cash, but if I had $5 or $1 in my wallet, there's the ability. He's standing right beside my window. There's the opportunity. So that equals responsibility. I don't even think twice about it now. Roll down the window, give him the money. So Mike suggested I share that little thing, this first thing, so I did. And I appreciate he's an interesting fellow.
Well, he's a little tighter than you too, though.
Well, he said, he related, I struggle with that very thing. That's amazing. I said, yeah, I don't struggle with it at all anymore.
Well, when he opens his wallet, moths fly out.
I know. But we're going to feature this morning, Lord willing, Richard Edward Arnold, known as Eddie Arnold. Now, a little trivia thing for you, Brian. You've heard of him, right? Eddie Arnold?
Yeah, not Eddie Rabbit.
Right, Eddie Arnold.
Yeah.
It was not only his nickname, it was his stage name his whole life, Eddie Arnold. But how did he spell Eddie?
It wasn't EDDY, was it?
Exactly. You nailed it. That's how he spelled it.
I was trying to visualize it, but then when I said Eddie Rabbit, I kind of confused myself in my mind.
Yeah, EDDY. Born May 15th, 1918. So yesterday was his birthday. Born in Henderson, Tennessee. And I grew up on a farm, which is why when he first started in music, they called him the Tennessee Plowboy. That was his music nickname.
Henderson's right outside of, or I guess next door to Shelby County.
That's right.
West
and
Tennessee.
He was a farmer, so he was called the Tennessee. But he really got past that because he was probably the lead pioneer of what's called the Nashville Sound. That's that transition from old, pure, down-home country music to this more sophisticated emphasis on the vocal with instrument orchestration and backup singers. That became the Nashville Sound. The Jordanaires and all those that were Anita Kerr singers. Those people were all part of the Nashville Sound. And Eddie Arnold had this smooth, incredible voice, and he was the guy. And sold over 85 million records and country music. Passed away at exactly 1 week before his 90th birthday in Nashville, Tennessee. And Lord willing, we're going to close out with a song when we end this morning that he recorded when he was 89 and released his last single ever when he was 89 years of age. It's called To Life, and it's so perfect for Eddie Arnold. But we're going to start out, scored 147 songs on the Billboard country music charts, second only to George Jones. Country Music Hall of Fame, you name it. And this is one of his first major hits, his third number one, I'll Hold You in My Heart. He actually co-wrote this song with Hal Horton and Tommy Dillbeck. I'll hold you in my heart till I can hold you in my arms like you'd never been held before. I'll think of you each day, then I'll dream the night away till you are in my arms once more. The stars up in the sky know the reason why I feel so blue when I'm away from you. So I'll hold you in my heart till I can hold you in my arms. So darling, please wait for me. Yes, darling, please wait for me. The stars up in the sky know the reason why I feel so blue when I'm away from you. So I'll hold you in my heart till I can hold you in my arms. So darling, please wait for me. Yes, darling, please wait for for me. All right, great song by Eddie Arnold. God rest his soul. What an artist. Folks, if the guitar playing is a little rough this morning, I did the brilliant thing, and I'm not even going to tell you how I did it because you'll know how stupid I can be, of slicing a nice big gash in my left index finger, the finger I need, especially to play the C chord, which that song was in C. This one similarly. So I'm having to kind of gingerly play the C, but hopefully we'll get healed up here. Anytime, recorded by Eddie Arnold, 1948. Oh, that other song, I think I forgot to mention the year. That was 1947, his third number one hit. This is his fourth number one hit the very next year, 1948. Incredible song, Anytime, written by Herbert Lawson. Anytime you're feeling lonely, anytime you're feeling blue, anytime you feel downhearted, that will prove your love for me is true. Anytime you're thinking about me, that's the time I'll be thinking of you. So anytime you say you want me back again, that's the time I'll come back home to you. Anytime your world gets lonely and you find your friends are few, anytime you see a rainbow, that will be a sign the storm is through. Anytime will be the right time, anytime at all will do. So anytime you say you want only my love, that's the time I'll come back home to you. Yes, that's the time I'll come back home to you. Featuring Eddie Arnold, God rest his soul. What an incredible artist. One of the leading pioneers of the Nashville sound. His fifth number one, the same year, 1948. Song written by Steve Nelson and Bob Hilliard. Very successful songwriters back in the day. Bouquet of Roses. This has been recorded by, probably more country stars than have not recorded. I know I've got it on an album of my hero, Marty Robbins, and I've heard it covered by many, many, many other artists. Bouquet of Roses. I'm sending you a big bouquet of roses, one for every time you broke my heart. And as the door of love between us closes, tears will fall like petals when we part. I begged you to be different, but you'll always be untrue. Now I'm tired of forgiving, and there's nothing left to do. So I'm sending you a big bouquet of roses. one for every time you broke my heart. You made our lover's lane a bed of sorrow, till at last I had to say goodbye. You're leaving me to face a new tomorrow. With a broken heart you taught to cry. I know that I should hate you after all you put me through, but how can I be bitter when I'm still in love with you? So I'm sending you a big bouquet of roses, one for every time you broke my heart, one for every time you broke my heart. All righty. Love these Eddie Arnold's tunes. So much fun to sing. Hope you folks are getting some enjoyment from it, and hope it's some of you dear folks are, that these songs are reviving some memories, some fond memories that you have of Eddie Arnold and his life and his music. And this is a great, great, great song by Eddie Arnold. Again, covered by other artists, but he was the first in 1953, and it was another number one. He had 28 total number ones. We'll do his very last one, Lord willing, if we get that far. I think we will. I really don't want to know. That sounds about right. How many arms have held you and hated to let you go? How many, I wonder, but I really don't want to know. Oh, how many lips have kissed you and set your soul aglow? How many, I wonder, but I really don't want to know. So always make me wonder, and always make me guess, and even if I ask you, oh darling, don't confess, just let it remain your secret. For darling, I love you so. No wonder, no wonder, I wonder, 'cause I really don't want to know. See if we can do it with the right chords this time. So always make me wonder, and always make me guess. There we go. And darling, if I ask you, oh darling, don't confess, just let it remain your secret. Oh, for darling, I love you so. No wonder, yeah, no wonder I wonder, 'cause I really don't want to know. No, I really don't want to know. Yeah, I have to correct my chord chart there. That's where it goes to. Oh yeah, always trying to improve, you know. Do things a little better. Oh my dear, I don't know if I can do this song this early in the morning or not. Eddie Arnold's famous rendition of Cattle Call, written by Tex Owens. This was 1955 #1 country hit for Eddie Arnold. Wow. We're going to give it a try, folks. My buddy Avett Lane may be listening. He's one. I always follow his advice. Johnny B, just trot it on out there. And my piggyback that with my own personal philosophy that the worst I can ever do is fail miserably. That's the worst. Okay? The cattle are prowling, the coyotes are howling, way out where the doggies bawl. Where spurs are a-jingling, the cowboy is singing this lonesome cattle call. Ooh-dee-dee, ooh-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee- until his day's work is done. Then he rounds up the cattle each fall. Ooh, dee, singing his cattle call. For hours he would ride on the range far and wide. When the night winds blow up a squall, his heart is a feather in all kinds of weather as he sings his cattle call. Ooh, dee, ooh, ba-doo-doo, ooh, dee, yodel-o-dee. He's brown as a berry from riding the prairie, and he sings with an old western drawl. Ooh, dee, singing his cattle call. Ooh, dee, ooh, ba-doo-doo-doo-doo, ooh, dee, yodel-o-le-dee. There we go. Oh, I think we got pretty close. Another song about not knowing, which we'll get to right after this commercial break. And we'll hear from our glorious, wonderful, loyal, faithful, perfect sponsors.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
First Shot, growing in Christ with life and athletic skills.
So we teach God's Word at everything we do to implant it in them so that they understand that the only way to get through the world is with God on their side.
First Shot founder and executive director Andy Herzer.
Our focus is on our inner city here at Patterson Park.
From academics to athletics, First Shot's focus is toward building a stronger, more courageous spirit to face opportunities and obstacles that our youth confront every day. To find out more about First Shot, go to firstshottn.org.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Something amazing is happening at work. Innovative tools are helping people do better work. That's because CDW configuration specialists are multiplying productivity with Microsoft Windows 11 Pro Surface devices. Built-in security, flexibility, and simplified management streamline tasks so your team can get more done. Microsoft and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/surface.
Good Neighbor Events is brought to you by the law offices of John Day, AmeriCare Pest Control, and Old National Bank.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Especially during the summer fun months, WGNS encourages you to shop local. Let's patronize our local family businesses. Would you like to get fit? Zumba and yoga classes are underway at SportsCom. Plus, metabolic burn as well as Tai Chi and yoga classes are at the Patterson Community Center. Don't forget, the 17th annual Boats Day is Saturday, June 21st. That's not this week, that's next week over at Jefferson Springs Recreation Area in Smyrna. That's Saturday, June 21st, and walk-ups are welcome. Here's something that is this weekend. Don't miss the Juneteenth celebration, 10 until 4 Saturday, at Bradley Academy Museum and Cultural Center. We're still critically low on blood. Please give the gift of life to the Red Cross. Make an appointment to give blood at a time that fits your schedule. Maybe you're being challenged by a new smartphone. Head over to a branch of the Rutherford County Library System. There's someone there who'll help you, and it's free. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
Skies become mostly sunny this afternoon with a high around 90. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 67. Saturday, sunshine, high 93 degrees.